I sit in my cramped dormitory at AdventHealth University, Orlando, and I feel the cold damp of mildew curling around my ankles like an unwanted guest. The bathroom tile is cracked, the grout weeps dark water, and the faucet drips a mournful rhythm that never ends. That drip is not merely a sound. It is a reminder that the maintenance staff never bothers to fix anything. When the pipe burst and black water flooded the hallway, I watched the water turn a glossy shade of oil and thought how a place that promises health care can let its own walls decay. A filthy environment erodes trust. If the building cannot keep water clean, how can it keep patients safe? My mornings begin with a stale coffee that tastes like burnt ash, served by a cafeteria that seems to think nutrition is an optional extra. The food is limp, the sauce thick with grease, the vegetables wilted as if they have given up hope. Eating such food makes my stomach groan and my mind wander to the fact that I am paying a fortune for an education that cannot even provide a decent meal. When you spend $24,000 for a nursing program, you expect nourishment for both body and spirit, not this culinary misfortune. The nursing program itself feels like a maze built by a cruel architect. A professor once leaned over my desk and whispered, "Maybe God wants you to be an LPN, not a RN." That comment was not a gentle suggestion. It was a sting that cut deep into my aspirations. It tells me that my future is being decided by the whims of a single person whose authority is unchecked. When a teacher discourages you, you lose confidence, you doubt your abilities, and you begin to see the entire curriculum as a hostile battlefield rather than a path to healing. The program lacks accountability. The administration pretends to listen while the harassment continues unchecked, and that silence is a weapon that crushes hope. Financial aid, they promised, would be a safe harbor. Instead, it is a labyrinth of broken promises. The advisors sit behind polished desks, smile politely, and then hand you a paper that promises a $2,000 award. When the semester begins, that promise evaporates, leaving me with $100 and a mountain of loans. The hidden $70 fees appear like sneaky ghosts, popping up when you least expect them, draining the little money I have left. This deception is not merely an inconvenience. It is a betrayal that forces students into debt, turning education into a financial trap rather than a ladder to success. The dormitory rules are stricter than a prison S-code. There is a curfew at midnight, enforced by a ledger of signatures, and if I forget to sign a trivial form, I am fined. The administration treats us like children, charging us for minor infractions, while the walls of the building leak and the air smells of mold. The irony is palpable. A health institution punishing its own students for breaking a curfew, yet ignoring the health hazards that jeopardize their lungs. This creates an environment where fear overrides learning, and fear is a poor teacher.
I am looking into crimes near AdventHealth University, Orlando, and it feels like every storefront around the campus has a hidden lesson. Business near AdventHealth University, Orlando are like a stage where some people think cheating tourists is just part of the act. One of the biggest tricks happened at a Target close to the university. 4 guys bribed employees with Apple Watches and coffee, got discounts up to 90%, bought iPads and Bose headphones with stolen gift cards, shipped the real stuff to China, and then returned cheap knockoffs for refunds. The victims probably left the store feeling confused and later got calls from the bank. The police likely kept the suspects under investigation, and they might face federal charges, while the tourists probably lost money they thought they would spend on souvenirs. Just a short walk away at the Home Depot parking lot on West Colonial Drive, 2 men pretended to have found a wallet with $62,000. They convinced an elderly woman to drive away from cameras, then asked her to withdraw $11,000 to share the found money. After the scam, she probably sat in her car shaking, reported it to the sheriff's office, and spent weeks trying to recover the loss. The scammers were probably chased by the police and might be awaiting trial, and the tourist who witnessed it would carry that uneasy feeling for the rest of the trip. At South State Bank on Orange Avenue, a man tried to cash a fake check for $24,980, claiming it was part of an overpayment scam. The bank manager smelled something off, called the police, and stopped the money from leaving the account. The victim likely felt a rush of relief after the manager warned them. The fraudster was probably arrested for grand theft and will face a prison sentence. and any short-term visitor would walk away a little more cautious about any too-good-to-be-true offers. Finally, a local boutique that helps people sign up for an online marketplace was used for a fake test charge of $1,400. A shopper was tricked into entering her credit card, lost the money, and the card company said she was responsible. She probably fought the charge, got a bitter taste in her mouth, and maybe closed the card, while the scammer probably vanished before the police could trace him. A tourist who tried to set up a quick shop would leave feeling that even a simple sign-up can turn into a nightmare.
Now that you know what the university itself is like, let me tell you what waits for you the moment you step off campus. The businesses circling AdventHealth University Orlando are not just disappointing, they feel like they were designed to drain your wallet and your spirit in equal measure. Picture every cashier smiling with one side of the mouth while the other side whispers, "Gotcha." That is the mood here. I have spent nights scrolling through story after story from visitors who came for a simple sandwich, a workout, a glass of wine, or even just a working toilet, and left feeling mugged by circumstance. The pattern is so consistent it feels choreographed, like an invisible tax on anyone unlucky enough to need something, anything, within a mile of the campus. Let us start with the shiny elephant in the room, the Mall at Millennia. From the outside, it gleams like a cathedral to American consumerism, but inside the marble is cold, and so are the staff. Security guards treat the doorway like an exclusive nightclub in Berlin. One couple arrived before opening for a new sneaker drop, stood in the official line like model citizens, and watched employees wave their buddies straight to the counter, while the rule followers were told the product was already gone. Another guest, disabled, was ordered to move her car away from the curb, even though she only needed 30 seconds to pick up a takeout bag. No warning, no empathy, just a bark and a finger pointing toward the parking labyrinth. Inside, the family bathrooms stay locked so consistently that parents joke the Mall must be hiding state secrets behind the door. When a father finally complained, management answered with silence, the universal language of "we already have your money, so why bother?" Even Santa's village turned icy. A 2-year-old grew anxious around St. Nick, and instead of giving the toddler a minute to breathe, the staff scolded the family for wasting Santa's precious lap time. A perfume tester dared to spray a scent sample in the wrong direction and was scolded like a naughty schoolchild in an empty store. Sprinkle in racial profiling at luxury boutiques, Cybertruck-priced parking, and traffic rules enforced by Mall cops who missed their rodeo dream, and you start to feel the Mall's true hobby reminding you that you are never quite welcome here, you are just tolerated, until your credit card overheats. A short drive away sits Nile Ethiopian, a restaurant that treats authenticity like a copyright it refuses to honor. The injera bread arrives cold, brittle, and tasteless, like someone left a giant pancake under an air conditioning vent overnight. One diner requested extra spice and was billed $2 for a thimble of salt and chili mix. Another was surprised by a secret walk-in fee, tacked on for friends who did not order full in trays, a sneaky $30 surcharge that buys you nothing but the right to remain seated. Servers pout if your order is too small, then autograt themselves 20% and still chase you into the parking lot waving the receipt, begging for a second tip like a magician producing the same card twice. The owners hide in the back, monitoring tables through a cautious crack in the kitchen door, never emerging to apologize when the food arrives bland or late. Add a 4 credit card surcharge for the audacity of paying electronically, and dinner starts to feel like a hostage negotiation with bread. If you hope to burn off stress, Orange Theory Fitness will gladly set your wallet on fire instead. The sales team greets newcomers with the warmth of long-lost relatives until you sign the dotted line. One member tried to cancel while she was sick, and traveling emails vanished into the digital abyss. And suddenly, no staff member remembered the Spanish they once advertised to court her.
Couples paying $300 a month were turned away for arriving 13 minutes late, charged an extra $12 tardy tax, and told to drive 45 minutes home without working out. Another guest showed up 20 minutes early for her first class and was blocked at the door because policy demands a 30-minute head start for intros, turning a promising morning into a fruitless commute. Racist comments about exotic Latin music, check. Hidden cancellation fees, double check. You will leave with toned calf muscles from climbing the stairs of frustration, not from the treadmill. Nightlife near campus is best described as expensive chaos.